La Yasha Allah to Israel. Imajim Wapanya Hakwadam, which means rise and face the east. You got the water warrior? Lord's Prayer. Abanawa Shabashamayam Kwadash Haya Shamka Yahawa Malakwat Ka Taba'a Ratazai Ka Haya Ishaba Rataza Kawahaya Bashamayam Nathan now Lakam Kau Yawam Wasalak now Kabu Waf now Kasalak now Kabu Waf now Wala Atabiya now but a say one a ball I was shy now my young Rai Kayala Ka Hamalakwa wa Allah what the power like will love me my man. In the English, our Father which art in heaven, Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh by Shem Yahushai Babukashah Nathana Noah Haka Haka Larapaa Kamakala Wakamarawa Haka Latahar Hamatazarayam Haka Lahakuyam Hamathia Maka Awaka was Tama Allah Lagar Shan by Shem Yahushai to what Mun. What we said in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahushai, wa miyaka Allah, wa hahalium, matazabia ala wapya hana, ha ala wapyam, ha saranyam, ha kotazayanyam, ha kayayayam, wa akwatium, Yahweh ba Hashem, Yahushai, to what Aman. What he said in English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Slack. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Aydanya, Al-Haharya, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Izaria, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamiyam, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Labumwat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh Shamarka, Yahweh Tazalka, Yad Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Salaki Yakaka, Wayarak Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makora, Yashamar, Athna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Waba'aka, Ma'ayta, Wa'aid, I will in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help cometh from which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim al-damayalaka, al-taharash, wa al-tashakwat, al-kayahana, al-yabyaka, yahama yawan, ra'ash, ay-laymaka, ya-irayamwa, sawada, wa-yata, ya-aitazawa, al-tazapawanyaka, amarawa, lakawa, wanakidam, magawya, wa-ala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwata, Kayana wa Aitazawa, Laba Yakadwa, Al Yakab Ariyath, Yakarathwa, Alwa, Slacken, Ahalia, Adawam, Wa Yashama'ila, Yam Ma'ab, Mawa'aba, Wa Garyam, Gabal, Wa Ma'ain, Wa Malak, Palashach, I'm Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayazarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah Aisha, Naham, Kamanyam, Kasiyasara, Kayabyan, Banakaal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayenda Ira, Hayawa, Dam La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayab Mawa, Kaira, Wakaza Abba, Wakazabat, Wakazalmanai, Kana Sayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayasha, Lanawa, Afnawaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rawat, Kaash, Taba Ira Ya Ira, Wakala Talahat Hariam, Kantara Datma, Basa Irika, Wabasawa Patka, Taba Alaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Kwayaba Kwashwa, Shamka Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Aya Ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya Atha, Shamka Yahawa Labatka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha Al Rataza. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Arab and like Zeed. Yea, all their princes as Zeba and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sar, which means turn. Yeshabim, be seated. We are reading from the Hebrew. We left off with King David was rocking and rolling, getting started on his path to become the king. Tighten this damn thing up. Let's get it. We got to get it into Hebrew. Don't know what time it is. Makan Mamar. We're in 1 Samuel. Yes, damn. Hey, Lord Christ, what? So the baby not feeling good?
It's the G2 part. It's insecure. So, like I was showing you with that photo,
Yeah.
I just talked to the doctor and whatnot. The main doctor, the head doctor, won't be there till Wednesday. And she doesn't have anybody that she's trained up enough to deal with the situation.
God damn.
Yeah.
They're supposed to all be medical professionals in that motherfucker.
So, it's because it's an emergency one, it's not one of their standard ones. So, they don't want to mess it up already more than it is. So, I have to just be careful, just watch it.
All right, be careful out there. All right, Doc, we're gonna get started. All right, we're just gonna read from where I remember or where it looks seem like. Hebrew anyway. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's coming because the baby ain't feeling good with something going on with the baby. He ain't feeling good. I'm teaching the Sabbath service. I'll call you back after it's done. We're just going to start at 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. Do our 7 verses from there. First Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. Wayahaya Kakalathwa Ladabar Al Shawal Wanapash Yahawanathan Nakwashara Banapash Dawada Waya Abor Waya Ahawabawa Yahawanathan Kanapashwa. Verse 2. Waya Kwakawya Waya Kwakwawa Shawal Bayawam Hahawa Wala'a Nathanwa Lashawab Bayath Abayawa. Verse 3. Wayakarath Yahawanathan Wadawada Baryath Bahawabathwa Athwa Kamapashwa. Verse 4. Wanapashatha Salaki Wayatha Pashat Yawanathan Yahawanathan Ath Hamaiwa Ashar Aliyawa Wayathanaya Salaki Wanatha Hawa Wayathan Hawa La Dawada Mayadayawa Wamadwa Salaki Wamad Yawa Wa'aid Karabwa Wa'aid Kwashathwa Wa'aid Hagarwa. Verse 5. Wayataza Dawada Bakal Ashar Yashalaknawa Sha'awal Yashakayal Wayashamahawa Shawal Isle Anashia Hamalakwa Slaka Hamalakama Wayayatab Bayanya Ko Hatazam Wagam Bayanya Ibadja Sha'awal. Verse 6. Wayahaya Baba Wa'am. Bashawab. Dawada. Mahakawaf. Ath. Hapalashathia. Wathana Salaki. Wathataza Anya. Wathataza Ana. Hanashium. McCall. Arya. Yasha Allah. Lasha Awa. Salaki. Lasha War. Lasha Yor. Wahamakalaf. Laquaraath. Shawal. Hamalak. Bathapayim. Bathapayim. Bathapium. Bashamaka. Wabashalashium. Verse 7. With the Ainyana. Hanashium. Hamashakwakwawaf. With the Marak. Haka. Sha'awal. Shawal. Baalapwa. Wadawada. Barababathuwa. That's 7 verses. Get that up. Now let's do those same 7 verses in English. Or at least let's catch up to where we were in the English. Okay. Start at verse Samuel, chapter 23, verse 1. Then they told David, saying, behold, the Philistines fight against Keilah, and they rob the threshing floor. Therefore David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go and smite these Philistines? And the Lord said unto David, go and smite the Philistines, and save Keilah. And David's men said unto him, behold, we be afraid here in Judah. How much more then if we come to Keilah against the armies of the Philistines? Actually, I think I'm past this part. Let's go down to verse 7. And it was told Saul that David was come to Keilah. And Saul said, God have to... hold on. And it was told Saul that David was come to Keilah. And Saul was... And Saul said, God hath delivered him into mine hand, for he is shut in by entering into a town that hath gates and bars. And Saul called all the people together to war, to go down to Keilah, to besiege David and his men. And David knew that Saul secretly practiced mischief against him. And he said to Abiathar the priest, bring hither the ephod. Verse 10. Then said David, O Lord, God of Israel, thy servant hath certainly heard that Saul seeketh to come to Keilah, to destroy the city for my sake. Will the men of Keilah deliver me up into his hand? Will Saul come down as thy servant hath heard? O Lord God of Israel, I beseech thee, tell thy servant. And the Lord said, he will come down. Then said David, O Lord, God of Israel, thy servant hath certainly heard. Right? So David hear that Saul's coming to attack him because he's blocked in. Verse 11. Will the men of Keilah deliver me up into his hand? Will Saul come down as thy servant hath heard? O Lord God of Israel, I beseech thee, tell thy servant. And the Lord said, he will come down. See, if you was really the Lord's chosen people and you inquired of the Lord would tell you when the attack going to come. If you was really the children of the Lord, you wouldn't be caught by surprise by the attack. You understand? Like certain people have did that claim to be the children of the Lord when, according to the scriptures, they're not. You understand? Then said David, will the men of Keilah deliver me and my men into the hand of Saul? And the Lord said, they will deliver thee up. The Lord told him who's going to be the traitor too. So we already know in the UPK how it go because we are the children of the Lord, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Then David and his men, verse 13, David and his men, which were about 600, arose and departed out of Keilah and went whithersoever they could go. And it was told Saul that David was escaped from Keilah, and he forbare to go forth. And David abode in the wilderness in strongholds and remained in a mountain in the wilderness of Ziph. And Saul sought him every day, but God delivered him not into his hand. And David saw that Saul was come out to seek his life. And David was in the wilderness of Ziph in a wood. And Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David into the wood and strengthened his hand in God. Verse 17. And he said unto him, Fear not, for the hand of Saul my father shall not find thee, and thou shalt be king over Israel. And I shall be next unto thee, and that also Saul my father knoweth. Verse 18. And they two made a covenant before the Lord. And David abode in the wood, and Jonathan went to his house. Then came the Ziphites to Saul to Gibeah, saying, Doth not David hide himself with us in the strongholds? In the wood, in the hill of Hakilah, which is on the south side of Jeshimon? Verse 20. Now therefore, O king, come down according to all the desire of thy soul to come down, and our part shall be to deliver him into the king's hand. So some mercenaries. Verse 21. And Saul said, Blessed be ye of the Lord, for ye have compassion on me. Verse 22. Go, I pray you, prepare yet, and know, and see his place where his haunt is, and who hath seen him there. For it is told me that he dealeth very subtly. Verse 23. See therefore, and take knowledge of all the lurking places where he hideth himself, and come ye again to me with the certainty, and I will go with you. And it shall come to pass, if he be in the land, that I will search him out throughout all the thousands of Judah. Verse 24. And they arose and went to Ziph before Saul. But David and his men were in the wilderness of Maon, in the plain on the south of Jeshimon. Verse 25. Saul also and his men went to seek him, and they told David, wherefore he came down into a rock and abode in the wilderness of Maon. And Saul heard that, and he pursued after David in the wilderness of Maon. Verse 26. And Saul went on this side of the mountain, and David and his men on that side of the mountain. And David made haste to get away for fear of Saul. For Saul and his men compassed David and his men round about to take them. But there came a messenger unto Saul, saying, Haste thee, and come, for the Philistines have invaded the land. I'm going to start at verse 23. See therefore, and take knowledge of all the lurking places where he hideth himself, and come ye again to me with the certainty, and I will go with you. And it shall come to pass, if he be in the land, that I will search him out. See, in the Bible, they actually searched out their enemies. They didn't just, randomly, carpet everything and just attack everything and then be like, hey, we don't know where they're at, so we're just going to attack everything. See, the people of the Lord would not do that. They would not just attack everything to try to find a certain person or a certain people or a certain group. Saul said, look, you go find him and come back with a certainty that he's there, and I will come after him. That's how the real children of the Lord, they don't just take out everybody and just say, well, they're in the way and stuff like that. Like, they actually take a care in warfare to actually go after the real people. That's something that the small hats should learn. But there came a messenger saying, Haste thee and come. And Saul went on this side of the mountain, and David and his men on that side of the mountain. So Saul is surrounding David and is catching up to King David because he's trying to take him out. But then you go down the verse, it says, But there came a messenger unto Saul, saying, Haste thee and come, for the Philistines have invaded the land. See, most people think, with what happened over there, that when they attacked, that all of a sudden they're just going to get wiped out and this and that, and they're going to go handle business. It don't work like that because you have enemies to the south and the north over there. So if you go down and you just go running here, just like in the scriptures, the Philistines came and invaded the land while he was busy doing something else. So all you people who so gung ho about all this action, you better think twice because it's not as sweet as you think. You understand? You have enemies on all sides over there. And guess what? We don't support none of them, but we just give you some insight so you don't have false hopes and false dreams and everything. Wherefore Saul returned from pursuing after David and went against the Philistines. Wherefore they came that place, Selahacom, Selahamahalchoth. And David went up from thence and dwelt in strongholds at Engadi. Verse chapter 24. Let's see how many verses there. 20, 30. And it came to pass, when Saul was returned from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, Behold, David is in the wilderness of Engadi. Then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the wild goats. Verse 3, and he came to the sheepcotes by the way, where was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet, and David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David said unto him, Behold, the day which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand, that thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily. Verse 5, and it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him, because he had cut off Saul's skirt. Verse 6, and he said unto his men, The Lord forbid that I should do this thing to my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth my hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. Verse 7, so David stayed his servants with these words, and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. Verse 8, and David also arose afterward and went out of the cave and cried after Saul, saying, My lord the king. And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped with his face to the earth and bowed himself. And David said to Saul, Wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, Behold, David seeketh thy hurt? Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how the Lord hath delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave. And some bade me kill thee. But mine eyes spared thee, and I said, I will not put forth mine hand against my Lord, for he is the Lord's anointed. Verse 11, Moreover, my father, see, yea, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand, for in that I cut off the skirt of thy robe and killed thee not. Now thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand, and I have not sinned against thee, yet thou huntest my soul to take it. The Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee, but mine hand shall not be upon thee. As saith the proverb of the ancients, wickedness proceedeth from the wicked, but mine hand shall not be upon thee. After whom is the king of Israel come out? After whom doest thou pursue? After a dead dog, after a flea? The Lord therefore be judge and judge between me and thee, and see, and plead my cause, and deliver me out of thine hand. See, this is what I don't understand. See here in the scriptures, King David had a chance to take out Saul. And he said, the Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee, but mine hand shall not be upon thee. See, King David had a chance to take him out, but he didn't. He said, the Lord gonna be the judge. That's what I thought a lot of Christians believed. And a lot of Christians believe in those the small hats and those people over there. But for some reason, you ain't talking that peace talk. Why ain't you going to your leaders and saying, don't abhor an Edomite, don't let the Lord judge and avenge? You had a chance, you have a chance to take them out, to take them back out and get revenge, but you don't seek revenge, and you be the bigger person for Christ and for God and stuff like that. Where are you Christians at? You Christians supposed to be speaking peace, and supposed to be checking those dang small hats about doing all that attacking. You should be telling them that let God, let love, and let God handle it and avenge it. And the Lord therefore judged between thee and thee. And it came to pass, when David had made an end of speaking these words of Saul, Saul said, is this thy voice, my son David? And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. And he said to David, thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. Verse 18, and thou hast showed this day that thou hast dealt well with me, for as much as when the Lord hath delivered me into thine hand, thou killest me not. For if a man finds his enemy, will he let him go well away? Wherefore the Lord reward thee good for that thou hast done unto me this day. And now, behold, I know well that thou shalt surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thine hand. This is important. And he said to David, this is Saul, thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. And thou hast showed thee this day that thou hast dealt with me, for as much as when the Lord hath delivered me into thine hand, thou toe taggest me not. For if mine find his enemy, will he let him go away? Wherefore the Lord reward thee for good, for that thou hast done unto me this day. And thou, behold, I will well that thou shalt surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thine hand. He said to King David, the kingdom be established in his hand, because he had a chance to take out his enemies, but he didn't. He showed them mercy. You people will never have the kingdom have the kingdom like King David, because you don't show no mercy. You have a chance to take them out, and you don't show mercy. You mercilessly take vengeance on all the children and everything. That's not the children's way of the Lord. You said it's New Testament, it's Old Testament. This is 1 Samuel, so it lets you know how it's supposed to be. Verse 20, and now behold, I know well that thou shalt surely be king. Verse 21, swear now therefore unto me by the Lord that thou wilt not cut off my seed after me, and that thou wilt not destroy my name out of my father's house. Verse 22, and David sware unto Saul, and Saul went home, but David and his men gat them up unto the hold. Ooh, let's sit on that. Boy, that's some heavy shit, boy. That's some heavy shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? Woo, this is Old Testament too. So those small hats can't say, oh, all that love talk is only in the New Testament. No, love and forgiveness and stuff like that, and making peace and not getting revenge and vengeance, that's in the Old Testament too. That's in the Old Testament too. This is heavy, and this is heavy because they can't say, oh, all that love and peace talk is only in the New Testament. It's in the Old Testament too. We just read about it in 1 Samuel, where King David did not take vengeance on his enemies. So it's in the scriptures in the Old Testament to not take vengeance on your enemies and to show mercy and kindness. And even if they did something evil to you, to not return evil for evil. You understand? And then the Lord will decide, and the Lord will bless you. That's in the Old Testament too. That's not only a New Testament concept. So for all you people who are not checking those small hats for doing what they're doing, and you're not telling them that they're wrong and that's against the Torah and all of that, if you're not doing that, you are wrong. You are showing that you are not the Lord's chosen people. You should put blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over this entire earth, because we're the only ones on this damn earth who know how to do that. We're the only ones on this damn earth who know how to forgive and move on. And guess what? The Lord is going to see it and judge and fight our battles for us. All right? All right. I imagine just a precept here. Got my practice on, y'all. Forgive me. It's a lot. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayam, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'a, Ratzaika, Haya, Hasha, Baratza, Kawahaya, Bashamayam, Natan Lanawa, Lakam, Kal Yawam, Masalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Wala, Tamayana, Badasaya one, a bow, Hawashai Nawa, my young Rai, Kayalaka, Amalakwa, Wa Allah, Wa Tapawa, Walam Yamamad. In English. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Babu Kasha, Nathanawa, Haka Haka, Larpa'a, Kamakala, Wakamarawa, Haka, Latahor, Hamatazarayim, Haka, Lahakwiyam, Hamathiyam, Haka, Arakawa, Atama'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Tuwaraman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahushai, wa miyaka Allah, wa Allahayim, Allah. Slakia. Yahweh wa Yahushai wa miyaka Allah wa Allahayim mataz yabi'a alawap yahana halawapiyam hasaranyam hakutzayanyam hakayayam wa akwatiyam Yahweh ba'ashim Yahushai tuwaraman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh. Hey, Yahushai and Michael and the angels, Commander General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a ayanya al-hahorim hayan yaba'a Isaiah ma'aim Yahweh Aisha Shemayam wa arataza al yathan lamawat regalka al yanawam shamarka hanala'a yanawam wala'a yayashan shawamar yasha'ala Yahweh shamarka Yahweh tazalka ayad yamyanka yawamam hashamash la'a yakaka wa yarak Balayala Yahweh Yashamarka Makorai Yashamar Afnapashka Yahweh Yashamar Tazaathka Wabuaaka Ma'ayata Wa'aid. I will in English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim al Damiyalaka al Takarash wa al Tashakwat al Kayahana al Yabika Yahama Yawan Ra'ash Ilaimaka Ya Ariyamwa Sawada Wayata Yaitazwa al Tazapawanyaka Amarwa Lakawa Wanakyadam Magawiya Wala'a Yazakar Sham Yasha Allah Alwada Kaya Nawa Aitazwa Laba Yakadwa Alyaka Baryath Yakarathwa Alahaya Adawam Wayashamai Allah Salakaway Shama Ilium Mawa'aba Wagarium Gabal Waimawan Waimalak Palashah I am Laban Salaka I am Yashabia Tazawar Gum Ashawar Nalawa Imam Hayawar Zarawai Kayabian Benakal Kwayashwan Nashamadwa Ba'ain da Arwa Hayawa Daman La Dama Shayatamwa Nada Yamawa Kairiya Wakaza Abba Wakaza Bak Wakata Zalmanai Kauna Sayakamwa Allah Sulaki Ashar Amarwa Narisha Lanawa Afnawath Alahayam Alahaya Shayatamwa Kagalgala Kakwash Lapanirawak Kaash Tabairiya Ira Wa Kalahaba Talahat Haryam Kanta Radapma Basa Irika Wabasa Wapatka Tabahalahom Mala'a Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabaalwa, Aidya Aid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kalha, Al Rataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, Amalek, Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Arab and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Zeba and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Do the prayer for the curses in the English. Blessed art you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth and all things living. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, and Israelite brothers and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to get to the school. Force the riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pasco Matasi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, national space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of that people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction bring swift destruction. Salaki. To all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us. As we speak thy word, cause to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake out thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always, so be it. This concludes the Sabbath service. Get my game up, y'all. So lucky, y'all. Get that up real quick. Practice. Practice makes perfect. We're gonna give a courteous salute to the brothers. Might have been watching online. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Berakathon, Yazmatah. Give a courteous salute to the sisters who've been watching online. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Lathan by Shem Yahweh Shai, Yazmatah. Class dismissed. Sabbath service dismissed.